Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Doki Doki Literature Plus Side Story Edition. Today, I guess, are just going to understanding. Sure. It looked like it was it Natsuki and Yuri, or is that... It might have been Sayori and Yuri. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opened halfway, then stops. A face peeks in. A face that seems familiar. Dots. Dots? Dots? Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. He very conspicuously mouths to Monica, "It's her! It's the girl!" It's true, the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance?
Am I in the wrong place?
Oh no, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. Don't leave. The girl suddenly steps into the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement.
It's happening! Oh my gosh!
Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori. We run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but... What's your name, by the way?
I'd like to join the club. Already?
Wait, really? Are you sure?
I mean, I should be good enough.
Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough.
Oh.
Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down.
So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monica.
Sayori, I already,
Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy?
Dots?
Like books?
No, Sayori. Like, do you just like to fantasize, I guess?
Dots?
Yuri looks at Monica. Oh, fantasy is cool.
Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle Dupont?
Can't say I have. Is that the one where there's, like, the forced breeding and a human experimentation?
Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just...
Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy.
You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. And probably dark.
Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Yuri, silently asking for help.
I'd love to! It sounds like you're really into them. So that must be great. I'm happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my books in my locker. I should have brought them.
Yuri quickly stands up.
I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now.
Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerate heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk.
True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then.
Yuri exits the classroom in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle something so intense? I have, like, no experience with fantasy except maybe stuff I read when I was a kid. But that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into.
I'm sure we'll be fine. In fact, it'd be neat if we had different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'd be fun to learn from each other.
I mean, I don't disagree, but what if it's our only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that?
Like, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her, know her more, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty, I just got really anxious all of a sudden.
It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead.
What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori.
I just like learning what makes people happy and sad.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably get along great helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take the break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her.
Oh, yay! That's exactly what I want to do! Besides,
Sayori lowers her voice.
I'm gonna need all the time I can get.
Sayori she taps her fingers against the daunty, chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return.
I'm back!
Her breath is slightly heavy, which combined with her short time gone indicates she may have ran at least part way. She makes her way back over to Sayori and lets the book down on her desk. As Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought is just about the equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk.
Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There's some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those will be good to keep you from getting confused at the start.
Very nervously interjects.
I think that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more, yeah? You know, like, I think, like, if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that.
From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori like, thank God it's not me. While Yuri isn't looking.
Oh, okay.
Yuri sits down and looks at a book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add.
So what made you decide to want to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. Only found out because
Yuri glances at Monica.
Monica came into my classroom and put a flyer on my desk.
Suddenly Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head to herself.
I was so stupid, I got nervous and couldn't look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that it was probably irrational.
Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt bad about interrupting you just like that and I walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief.
I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario.
You and 90% of humanity.
Well, I was really nervous to come here for some reason too. Such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that, but I really have a hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. But it's actually amazing there's just 2 of you. I definitely came at the right time.
Oh, that makes me happy.
I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come.
Yuri smiles and warms at her.
I never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things as I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would prove a chance for me to do that. What kind of things are you into? Oh, do you like knives? I mean, like genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. There's things you would think are dumb.
Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face.
How about I'll tell you about something I'm into, and you can tell me about something you're into? Suppose that would be okay? Okay. Well, I'm pretty crafty. I like crafty things. I like craft beer. Like making cute little collages or decorating them, like cards or jewelry boxes. My room is all cluttered with random stuff that I keep buying things to make gifts for my friend. But then I just put it off to the last minute. But yeah, it's just kind of silly that I'm into it. You sound quite creative. Not that much. I just thought you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. Oh, so I have to share something that I'm into now, right?
Sayori nods.
Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature! Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club.
No you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
I'm not.
Oh yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. Yeah, now you're stuck with me.
Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri, I interrupted you. Go on. That's fine.
Yuri pauses, feeling awkward getting cut off.
I like going to the woods or into the park. Just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just kind of nice to remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while.
When do you do that?
It just depends on the mood. At the school, on the weekends, when I feel like I need to.
Oh, wow. I feel like I would have never had the time to do something like that.
I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers.
The three continues their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. Are you two going to be starting on the book for the next club meeting?
Ah, that's the plan! I'm so excited!
Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves at Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Oh, Sayori, you're a lifesaver.
I'm not candy, silly.
Still.
Besides, it really is my mood. It really feels nice once I put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know. It made me happy.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book shoot with her next meeting?
I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best.
Well, we'll see. I think you'll do great. At the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. She opens the door, surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. Hi, it's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today, is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact.
Sorry about yesterday.
Huh? Yuri tilts her head, unsure what exactly Yuri's talking about.
Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and I forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so...
Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were.
Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it.
Why?
Because I know that you were just humoring me anyways. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested.
But if you like it so much, it'd be worth sharing.
I've decided I'll join the club so you don't have to try hard to entice me.
That's not what I'm doing. Maybe. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two. That was uncomfortable, you're right. Well, the thing is, we didn't even have any club activity yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. It's just sounded like something fun we could do together, reading your books. Like a club activity. That would be okay, right?
Why am I being so resistant to this anyways? Exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this.
You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Duskbell! Part 1 of an Everlast Saga. It's Duskbell by Annabelle.
That's not funny.
Sorry, I'm ready now.
Oh, right. I should probably get my paper.
Yuri grabs a spinal notepad of hers and tears a few sheets of paper. Wait, how can you need paper?
It's useful to draw things out, like maps or timelines, family trees,
or just taking notes. So you get really hyper-focused. Notes? Yeah, that's an effective strategy.
Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre.
Fuck. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably best that it did.
Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible.
I trust you, you're super smart.
Oh, please.
Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush.
You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in things that I have a lot of experience in, with knowledge. Contrarily, I am awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, if everyone else who comes off as smart, especially you...
No, that's definitely not true. Sayori rubs shoulders against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
Anyway, would you like to get started?
Okay. After a minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activities. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, the factions, the stories, the elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri elegantly guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It became evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is the one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? Drugs. A lot of drugs. It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do.
What kind of writing?
I like poetry and stuff like that. The thing I read about are like just putting down the feelings that come to my head, you know? There's so much to be planning and hard work.
Oh, you're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs.
No way! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun.
Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready.
You guys haven't been reading? What do you mean? Okay, Yuri, I just can't read very fast. Neither can Chronos.
Okay, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patient is something I pride myself in.
Ah, I see. Yuri jots Yuri's patience into her note.
Hey, that's for the book.
I'm just kidding.
I'm glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the first page of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. You're not going to read out loud, but the silence only lasts a moment before Sayori speaks up. What does vindicted mean? Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven... Oh, vindicated. Vindicated, right. He was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns a page. And these footnotes? A lot of the dialogues have cultural references that require explanation to be understood. To continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating the social situation, and Yuri struggling in them. But the table has turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied with the context. Sayori rubs her temple and smashes her head against the desk. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She's beginning to understand the value of notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and then adding to them. Honestly, I would probably not read that book myself. If I had to take, like, homework-style notes, absolutely not. You'd have to be really into it. But her reduction in question comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she's coming across as stupid. And at last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through. So what are your thoughts at that point? Sayori tries to find the words. Am I doing well so far? Huh? I'm not sure I understand. But I don't know, when it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I feel like I really like how into it you get. Maybe I want to keep going and keep doing my best so I can see it the way you do. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and then shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But, I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sayori's left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. I think... Yeah, it's when you said if you were doing it right, that you were more interested in Yuri's happiness than reading the book. I think that's what I'm getting from it. Yuri wanted you to enjoy the book, and instead you were forcing yourself to read the book because you thought it was making Yuri happy and you weren't liking that. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I mean, I don't know if you hurt her. You probably made her feel like an asshole, maybe. But, I don't know. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. That probably would have been easier. I'm gonna get trusted in you with this. The only thing I'm good for, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't think I'm back tomorrow? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Is it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? I think it was more because you were only doing it to enjoy the time together, not the book. Maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. Probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. But yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would have had more fun. I need to do better for her. Oh, that's it? I guess that was 20 minutes. New mail! OMG! Okay, who's responsible for creating the Twitter account for Monica? I think it's hilarious, but for God's sakes, don't tell Paula. I would be getting 404'd in a microsecond. Are you just relaying her tweets manually, or did you code some kind of pass-through layer on it to automate it? Based on the contents of the tweets, not screaming for help, I assume they're coming from the control simulation? Okay. I'm gonna have to turn on the fan in a second, because I am sweating. Alright, so sorry if you hear the fan, but it's kind of necessary so I don't die.
They do look pretty different. Not like they look the same, but different, right? Well, they're not striking the super weird poses, and they're not all, like, really super thin either, right? They kind of have, like, normal... I mean, super thin is a normal build. Like, I'm not trying to... If you have trouble gaining weight, I'm not trying to, like, throw shade at you like that, but they all have the same sort of build, right? Just kind of slender out in the center. So, at least in these photos, they still use the same ones in the side story. What other picture did we unlock? I don't know. It still says there's a new picture around here. Am I missing something? There's usually a pink dot on it. Maybe you have to back out? Okay, I'd had to back out. Alright, let's go to Understanding. Okay, so that was Sayori. Part 2! Next one's Natsuki, okay. For the first time, Sayori is first to enter the clubroom. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always such a disappointment. Yuri continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. But nothing happens. Minutes pass and nobody enters the clubroom. Not Yuri, not or Monica. Oh gosh, I'm so late. Why did I have to help those other students with the work? I hate people. I'm such a pushover sometimes. I'm going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica rounds the corner, approaching the clubroom. As she does so, Yuri? Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice, as most people would. She's sitting outside the clubroom against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door of the clubroom is open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the clubroom through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if you could help me out, if I could help you today instead. Me? With the club publicity stuff? Yes. Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking all this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay, it's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy to tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. Oh, Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out sometime in the future. I can't wait. That game is so weird, but good. The first Dragon Dogma. I'm hoping the second one's also going to be stupidly weird, but also good. It's a little ironic, she realizes, but that she could be so conflict avoidant when having been in the debate club. That is a little weird. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make some copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboard and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods and two set off. The two walk in silence. Without you, Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation. So... how's everything been going? Fine. Oh, that's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Oh, no. Monica tenses up at the scented conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. I was really starting to feel more like a literature. It's really starting to feel like more of a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. It's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool when you're able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing her into it. Yuri falls silent again, as she started her thought but couldn't figure out how to continue it. Did Did something happen?
Yuri sighs. No, it's just me.
Yuri pauses. Huh?
I'm thinking. It takes me a minute. Chronos thinks that's relatable.
A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head.
I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden.
Oh, don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can call me anything. Oh, you can tell me anything. My brain is apparently just not in it today.
Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it.
Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? So we're gonna have to have all kinds of people join the club, hopefully, anyways. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activity that everyone can be happy with.
That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people?
Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone, otherwise what kind of club would it be?
I see.
Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly has their own needs.
Okay.
Yuri takes a deep breath.
I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. Just don't drink my tea. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about things that I'm into, unfortunately so much that I don't know when to stop. For anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. I feel like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category.
She what? Hold on, you saying Sayori's taking pity on you?
I just wanted to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori's just too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed on her. Nobody deserves to be put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original tasks. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fist clenched. She's about to throw hands. I think you should tell her that.
I can never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic.
I mean, you just told me, but Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that that's all she's trying to do. So if you explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen.
That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's needs?
Weird needs.
I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so...
No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive with her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can be resolved without them understanding each other. It's an issue that can't be resolved. If it could be resolved, that would be way easier, right? Sayori wants to be your friend, I promise you that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have a good conversation, good communication and talk about it.
I don't have good communication.
Yuri stops and shakes her head.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head's just so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it.
Yuri pauses to think.
I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm afraid of people pushing me away that I push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me.
Yeah, I mean, it's very relatable, to be quite honest, but also very common for people. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session, but I understand now that I need to just communicate with her.
Oh, you're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone.
Yeah.
Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something else.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head's just so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it.
Yuri pauses to think.
This is kind of critical thinking is something I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So thank you.
Oh, anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. Just for a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Just cuts to Yuri banging her head against the table. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the clubroom once again drew near, so does Yuri confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. I'll go grab the popcorn. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts toward the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're not just gonna wait outside, are you? Oh, I'm gonna be eating popcorn this whole time watching. You want me to make a coffee or something too?
Actually, I prefer tea.
Shut up, Chronos, sorry.
I like to make my own.
Oh, I bet you do.
So please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the cub rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this.
Oh, you know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for the tea in the club room. You use it like an electric kettle to heat up water, right?
Would that really be possible?
Oh, I'll look into it. I think it would be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri smiles fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her, but it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door.
Yuri! Oh, wait, hold on, I'm not done yet!
Yuri shuffles a bunch of papers around.
Yuri stammers her words, suddenly caught in her throat. The moment she realized how Suri has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look!
It holds up a sheet of paper. It's a paper of notes, beautifully produced with the indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees her expression shifts from anxiety to despair.
I was afraid you were going to disappoint me, so I'm trying really hard to stop.
Yuri presses her finger against her forehead.
Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri?
Sari's voice quivers in shock after receiving the exact opposite response she was expecting.
I'm sorry.
Sari looks away in guilt.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me.
Yuri shakes her head.
No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friend to be happy. I just thought that if we did something together that you'd really like, I don't want your pity. Why did I do that?
Yuri blinks, sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks.
I'm sorry.
Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it's supposed to go. Why it's so hard to just articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with eternal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Yuri or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here before Monica sees her like this and before Yuri tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength in her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. How'd you get behind her like that? Wait, where are we in the classroom? Weren't you at the door?
It's okay.
Yuri whispers a soothing voice.
It's okay. It's okay.
Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kindness. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself.
I understand. I understand what the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that it must be what you're feeling right now. I promise I understand that. I'll give you as much time you need. Remember, just tell me your feelings and we'll be able to talk about them together, okay?
Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compromise her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice.
I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like everyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. So horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe when someone can actually like me for who I am.
Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue.
I get so excited when I join the literature club. I thought it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests, because my interests are the only thing I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool out of myself. I hate myself for that. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and start ruining things for myself. That's all.
Yuri finishes a thought, feeling more steady than after having gotten them out. Sayori, who could feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well.
Thank you for helping me understand you a little better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. I'll help you with things that you need too. But I feel like I would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. It sounds like kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid that you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. But I'm sure that it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way that you can frustrate me because I already like you as the person you are.
I mean, you barely know her, but I'll just stay back here for a second.
I know you said you had a hard time believing that, but I promise that's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you.
That's true.
I think you really consider it in your own way, you know, worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird.
Yeah, this is a literature club. No, this is like the mental, like... You had to call it the mental illness club, Chronos? I almost did. I thought better of it. We still said it out loud. Well, you know, I couldn't stop it once I started thinking about it. But yeah, this is the weird club. How about that? It's not okay. Mental illness isn't weird. It's very fucking common these days, especially. But still, it's the best part that we're all different and we all have different interests. Like about the book, I'm reading it because I want to. I promise. That's what I really want. And well, you want to read it because you feel like that'll make Yuri happy. She doesn't want you to force yourself to do things. So we're in like an infinite loop.
It's a bit strange, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying that. I mean, we could have discovered new things if you didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned from you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me.
Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Yuri's arms. It could be the hugging club! Oh, that's a lot better than what I was suggesting earlier. Your hair's so pretty. Okay, Sayori, calm down.
I was wanting it along here, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off.
Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comforts, lets her rest. It must be difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if it's a literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience.
Well then, based on my understandings of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if you were to continue reading. Well, that's what I wanted to hear, but we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Yes, I will, actually. I'll probably be offended in my mind, but still. Okay. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though, so we'll just have to see what happens. Oh, and, not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hug you like that from behind and smell your hair. Oh no, you didn't make me uncomfortable. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying.
I'm back. I mean, I've been here the entire time watching through the window.
Monica's back. I haven't seen you in like all recently.
He trots over to Monica. She whispers loudly,
"Can I hug you?"
Oh, sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monica. This is the hugging club. Just don't tell people that until they join. Oh yeah, Yuri. It might be good to know. Sayori's kind of a hug monster.
Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is the monster. He's also from the start of it. If you inherit the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monika's perplexed look between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity at the literature club. How about that? Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. Think it'd be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about things that you like. Oh, yes! Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. No. Game over. Picture, I'm assuming it's it's this one? What? Okay. What does some of this say? Homework, math thing, study, quiz, pack snacks. Now that's good homework. Types of poems to try. Haiku, sonnet, something else. You are my sunshine. Get organized. Picture of Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. Oh, it's that cow thing. Trust yourself. To do. Wake up, get ready. Wake up, get up, get ready, go. You are loved. You can do it. Actually, I have a note like that somewhere over on my whiteboard. Sayori. Oh, she has that stupid S thing that everyone knows how, like somehow. Silly, awesome, Yanni, optimist, really fun. I can't think of I would. I can't think of an Oh, Sayori! She's writing out her name and making words from it. Okay, that completely didn't hit me. Don't forget, ask Monica about this. About what? The snail? Be positive? No, be aggressive. Be aggressive. Beach pacula, swimsuit, sunscreen, bucket? Towel? Oh, you're making a sandcastle? Floaties. Alright, Sayori, calm down. You're an adult, probably. And there's the picture. Anything else? No, I think. Alright, cool beans. That is going to be it for the side story understanding. Next time, we go to respect. There's only 4 more, huh? They're all pretty kind of quick, so I guess 4 more episodes. But yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye.